Outfitting since the bitch died from hypothermia. What does this mean? And how is the body floating? Like, and damn, with this bitch dying, there go all her motherfucking answers. This bitch knew everything, but kept her mouth motherfucking shut. Like, I'm so pissed. Now we ain't gonna know shit. This bitch is really ready to just kill this damn man. Just because he picked up a fucking card from the ground. Do you know how crazy that will sound to anyone else? Like, this bitch ain't scared of fucking Misty. Cause bitch, I'd be like, I don't know. I promise you, like, we're good, bitch, we're good. Like, we're besties again. Like, you want to go out for drinks tonight? Like, I'm playing into it. I am not dying for this bitch. And I stand by what I said last week. Shauna is looking to die. Like, if you really think it's this cycle, bitch, don't let her know you're on to her. Like, she's on her way to the city or leaving the city. I don't fucking know. The bitch is always on the fucking move talking about something. She grabs her shit and leaves, and she realizes that this is unhealthy for her. And okay, this bitch got a little self-control than I thought. Okay, she has grown over these years, y'all. Coach Ben will die. And y'all don't even need to eat people this time. Like, can't he just like go to jail and go back to where he was and leave y'all the fuck alone? Y'all gotta kill him? That's what we doing now? The entity's like, yes, it's me, souls. Like, bruh, that was no coincidence. I seen that shit. I caught that shit. It was a subtle breeze, but I felt that, okay? Y'all brave for even going in there. The fuck? Y'all know where you're at, what creatures, what diseases. Y'all a little too careless for me, for my liking. Possess one of them bitches and just have them kill them all. Like, now, why y'all letting this man know where y'all live? If y'all don't trust him, why y'all bring him to y'all place of rest and peace, your home, so he can light y'all on fire again? Dumb move already. Welcome back to Pure Mayhem. I'm your host, Mikey Balboa, where we react, recap, and review all your favorite shows. And today, we're doing Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 4, and let's get right into it. Back at the wilderness, Akila tells Lottie that she believes that what she saw in the cave was more of like a memory than it was a dream. It felt real. It felt like it was true. And Lottie tells her that she had a vision. Akila didn't want to go to Lottie, but she was just curious. She's like, it just felt so real. You're losing your mind, bitch. Yeah. Do you know how you've been living? The girls pretty much think that their dreams were a message to stay out of the cave. Stay out of the cave regardless. It's dark in there. I don't know what the fuck is in there. Y'all brave for even going in there. The fuck? Y'all know where you're at, what creatures, what diseases. Y'all a little too careless for me, for my liking. Like, on dead homies, I won't be going back in that cave by myself, for sure. The girls get back to camp and they bring Coach Scott. Now, why y'all letting this man know where y'all live? If y'all don't trust him, why y'all bring him to y'all place of rest and peace, your home, so he can light y'all on fire again? Dumb move already. Shauna and some other girls want to have Coach Scott pay for what the fuck he did. Well, really what they thought he did. And Natalie says, we have no evidence, so we're gonna have to do a fucking trial and prove whether he's guilty or not. But I mean, does it really matter? Because how are you going to prove if he set the fire or not? But Natalie says the trial is the right thing to do. And pretty much the punishment is the death sentence. Like, let's be real. Coach Ben, Scott, whatever the fuck your name is, you dead. And they appoint Misty as his defense. As we saw in season 1 or last season, she basically is in love with him. And they are like, yeah, that's your boyfriend. So who else better to defend him than you? With Shauna and Ty basically being the prosecutors. Misty confronts Coach Ben. She fucking hits him, decked him in the fucking face, and was like, why would you start the fire? He's like, I didn't start the fire. Why would I lie to you? I'm already dead because there's no evidence to even prove that I started the fire or not. We've already failed. We're here. Like, look where we are. Why would I lie? Misty even hesitates to defend him, but that kind of wins her over. I think now she truly believes that he didn't have anything to do with it. So she's willing to defend him now. At the trial, Coach Ben kind of harpens on that. He tells the girls that he cared about them, he loved them, that he just wanted to be there for them the way that his parents weren't there for him, and that he could have gotten them in trouble and hurt them if he really wanted to. He could have told all their secrets, but instead he kept them. He even uses an example of like, I fucking kept Mari alive. If I wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. And it seems like the girls are starting to believe him that he's just a normal, regular guy who got caught up in a shitty situation and he didn't know what to do. And him owning up to him being scared and a coward and he abandoned them because he gave up on himself and them due to fear really hits home with the girls. But ultimately, Taisha and Shauna remind the girls that he's done some fucked up shit. He left them. He wasn't around when the fire started. He didn't want to help Shauna when she was pregnant. And he held Mari against her will. They also revealed that Natalie has known that Coach Scott was out there the whole motherfucking time and she was hiding him and keeping his secret away from the girls and pretty much knew his whereabouts at the time of the fire and that he had left. So he could have indeed started the fire. Natalie says that she didn't see Coach Scott as a threat. He was leaving them alone and there was no evidence against him. And the information about Natalie knowing where Coach Scott was really throws the group off for a loop and starts to really ultimately make them think that he did start the fire. After many votes of indecisiveness, Shauna, yelling angrily, causes the entity or force to change the fucking minds of Travis, Akilah, and Lottie. And this bitch, I don't even know who she is, but whatever wave of energy that Shauna had, which is that aggression, that murderous-like tendency, it fed the entity and it did like some kind of wave and changed everyone's mind. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but that shit was weird. Really having them vote to kill someone. The entity's like, yes, give me souls. Like, bro, that was no coincidence. I seen that shit. I caught that shit. It was a subtle breeze, but I felt that, okay? And why is this entity dark? Where is the source? Why is it in the middle of nowhere at that? There's no life. Is that why it's so hungry? Because it finally got something to fucking feed off of? Or possess one of them bitches and just have them kill them all? Like, work your magic, like you did here in Tigan, and have her kill the bitch. But anyway, sadly, they vote guilty, and basically means that Coach Ben will die. Yeah, they became murderers. And y'all don't even need to eat people this time. Like, can't he just, like, go to jail and go back to where he was and leave y'all the fuck alone? Y'all gotta kill him? That's what we doing now? After Coach Scott is found guilty, we see this from Travis, and it's Coach Ben floating in the air surrounded by 3 people. And is that Akilah, him, and Lottie? The 3 that seem to be connected with the wilderness? What does this mean? And how is the body floating? Like, supernatural weird shit is definitely happening around here. And I'm scared. But in present day, Shauna believes that she is cursed. So in order to reverse her bad karma with good karma, she does acts of kindness and good deeds where she basically volunteers at Misty's job. Misty is not happy to see her. These two start going at it. Shauna's like, yo, Jeff brought me here. I'm not even here to see you. I'm not apologizing to you. Like, she's doubling the fuck down. And this bitch ain't scared of fucking Misty. Because, bitch, I'd be like, I don't know. I promise you. Like, we're good, bitch. We're good. Like, we're besties again. Like, you want to go out for drinks tonight? Like, I'm playing into it. I am not dying for this bitch. And I stand by what I said last week. Shauna is looking to die. Like, if you really think it's this cycle, bitch, don't let her know you're on to her. Like, I know you feel this way, but you can't show it, girl. You cannot show it because they're just going to think of new ways to get you since you are onto them. So you ain't gonna never expect it. At least now you kind of, you could look over your shoulders, really spy on the bitch. Now you done lost all that. She gonna be extra fucking cautious. You dumb. Misty tries to punish Shauna while she's volunteering and gets her to cook since she cooks all the time at home. But Shauna is actually enjoying it. And she doubles down on just being really mean to Misty. And Misty has a fucking dream that she murders Shauna. So she grabs her shit and leaves, and she realizes that this is unhealthy for her. And okay, this bitch got a little self-control than I thought. Okay, she has grown over these years, y'all. Shauna gets trapped in the freezer, and she sees her dead young best friend, Jackie, the queen herself, the ice bitch herself. How fitting, since the bitch died from hypothermia. After being haunted by the ghost of her dead best friend, Shauna gets released by one of the workers, and they tell her that Misty has been gone for hours, so she couldn't have locked her in the freezer, which makes Shauna a bit confused. In the end, Shauna kind of doesn't reverse her bad karma because she decides to give back a fake lost cat, and that's not the right way to go. So Jeff is like, yeah, sure. Invalid, pretty much. Meanwhile, present day Vaughn and Taisha believe that the entity is back and that they can choose the victim. So they place the queen card on the floor and have a bunch of strangers walk by and see if they get chosen. Some people, see it, pick it up, drop it. This guy, nowhere even near the card, walks over, picks the card up just randomly out of nowhere, like literally dodging traffic to get to it, puts it in his pocket, and then walks away. Like it literally chose this guy. Like he flipped his switch and he's like, oh, that card, let me go get it. Like that's what it seemed like. So they follow this guy with the card and basically try to kill him. Vaughn, a little hesitant, stops Taisha from going in and murdering this person. Like, I am just confused. What is gonna happen this season? Like these bitches really ready to just kill this damn man just because he picked up a fucking card from the ground. Do you know how crazy that will sound to anyone else? Like, yeah, we were told to kill him because we placed a card on the floor and he was the one that picked it up. Like, yeah, bitches sound crazy, especially with y'all past. It it won't help you. But Taisha believes that this is really what's keeping Vaughn healthy and that it needs to be done. Vaughn is saying that this isn't the way and convinces Ty to not kill this damn man. But I just find it funny how they just pick and choose when to believe the entity and how some girls really believe it more than others, like Lottie, like Ty. But then Vaughn's hand starts to shake when she's grabbing a pretzel, and Taisha notices this, and she believes that it's because that they didn't kill this guy, and the entity is mad at them. Speaking of the entity being mad, Lottie's on her way to the city or leaving the city. I don't fucking know. The bitch is always on the fucking move, talking about something. She's like begging for forgiveness in the mirror. She knows that she upset the entity. In the beginning of this episode, we see her making a phone call, kind of dodging Taisha's question on what she said to her and Vaughn about you will know and blah blah blah. And she doesn't really give them an answer, and she said that she's visiting a family member. But at the end of this episode, we see Lottie dead in a basement, kind of like her visions. Misty finds out through the internet, but what the fuck happened to Lottie? There's candles near her. She's in a dark room. Like, is she actually dead? What the fuck happened? And damn, with this bitch dying, there go all her motherfucking answers. This bitch knew everything, but kept her mouth motherfucking shut. Like, I'm so pissed. Now we ain't gonna know shit. But with that, good night.